college a scam in America, or is it just me? We're all told the exact same thing. Go to college, get a degree, you'll get a good job. That's like what we're all told. It feels like there's only one path to success, and that's it. You have to go to college. So now you're taking out loans at 18 years old before you even really understand what a loan is and what it's going to cost you in the future. And then 4 years later, you graduate, and now you're tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Okay, that's fine, right, though, because we're going to get a really high-paying job to pay them off. Now the problem is you're applying to entry-level jobs that want 3 to 5 years of experience. You have a college degree. Why should that matter? Now you're stuck trying to juggle rent, groceries, whatever else, health insurance, while trying to also pay back the loan that was supposed to make life way easier for you. Seriously, what I think is the biggest scam in America right now, because people coming out of college cannot get a job to save their lives. Nobody taught us how to budget either. Nobody told us about credit, so now we're just learning that as we go. I just downloaded Mine for the first time, which is a budgeting app to see where all my money is going to pay back my student loans and my credit, and it's actually insane. By the time I pay all of my student loan debt off, I'm going to have paid for the degree 3 times the interest. Let me know what you guys think, but I think it's a scam.
Put a finger down if you just graduated from college with a business degree, but you still know nothing about taxes, finances, how to invest, or anything to do to set you up for your future. If that's you, it's totally okay. I was in that position a couple months ago. One thing that really helped me was reading this book on how to invest your first $50,000 to $5,000. It gives you tips and tricks about taxes and how to actually properly save so you don't end up at 60 years old with no retirement money. They don't teach you about any of this in school, which is why I had to get the book. And surprisingly, for a finance book, it's really cheap. I got it for less than $15 on the TikTok shop. And if you don't think it's worth the investment, read all the 5-star reviews. Trust me, you're going to want to know this because money is one of the most important things in life. So if you don't know how to manage it, you're cooked. I'll make sure I'll leave a link right there.
Clappy, what's your opinion about these colleges marketing their school to people perhaps should be maybe cleaning offices, and they're marketing like DJ school and beauty salons?
The college industry is the biggest scam industry in the entire world. The biggest scam. Okay? If you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, a CPA, a psychologist, a therapist, okay. You want to become one of these professionals, you need a license, you need to get prerequisites to get into those schools, God bless you. But people that are not sure what to do in their life, so instead of being a barista in Starbucks making $18, or instead of just figuring it out, or training under somebody that's already doing that industry, okay. But if you want to be a real estate agent or an insurance agent or 1,000 million other jobs, you don't need college. You take the state exam. I have 5 state exams I passed in my life in industries I don't work in, okay? I have tons of state exams. You go to Kaplan or some other school for 3, 4, 5, 6 days or 2 weeks. You take a state exam, you read a book in the library, drinking coffee, and then you go into that industry. If you want to sell real estate, you don't need a high school diploma. You pass the state exam, you get an internship with some big real... College, you don't need anything. You don't know college. You don't need college. For most people, don't need a college degree. So these colleges, they suck $100,000 out of you. You're in debt for the rest of your life. It's another mortgage. And now you have nothing to show for it. Be very, very careful when applying to colleges. They're out to steal your money. They want to steal your money. They make money off your lack of education. They pretend to give you an education. 4 years later, you get a piece of paper that you can't use it to make a nickel. Okay? Be very careful with college degrees. We're in the world of AI.
And it doesn't clear in bankruptcy.
It's horrible.
The loans don't clear.
The loans, I don't know what the Trump administration, the Biden administration, I don't know who's forgiving what to who. But you're wasting years of your life, and it's going to take you 50 years to pay up the debt for a degree you don't need. Be very careful with higher education.
Guys, you know what the biggest waste of money is at university? It is going home. Why does it cost £500 to go home? Why does the train ticket cost £78.90? Unless it's Thomas the Tank Engine himself delivering me, why is it costing £100? And you know what? The train will even be delayed. This is why people bump the train.
How to waste your money at the 16th most expensive school in the country. Take note of the tuition and the total cost. Get your creative writing degree. I like to think people who got a creative writing degree know best whether it's worth it or not. If I could go back and decide again, I wouldn't have done it. As far as helping my career, absolutely not. Overall, it has done very, very little for me. You don't really need a whole degree to write fiction. You could easily take a few classes online. Personally, I'd be using that college money on a degree that is a surefall backup plan. Again.
I want to talk about this comment right here in particular because I think this is a lot of people's opinion when it comes to college. That's a waste of time. You're just going to be learning. But As somebody who is an educational research scientist that has a bachelor's, a master's, I'm getting a second master's, and I'm also getting a doctorate degree, let's talk about the institution of academia from a business standpoint and how you can leverage it. So the Academy of Academia and Higher Education, they are educational enterprises. The key word there is enterprise, not education. While they are institutions to serve young learners and learners of all walks of life, it is a business at the end of the day, and you have to approach it as such. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're a marketer, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a scientist, whether you're a teacher, with the higher education institutions, you have to start with the end in mind. So let's say I am going to college to really study business. With that, a bachelor's degree is not enough. So, like I was saying, a bachelor's degree is not enough by itself. The knowledge is wonderful, but you're going to have to leverage fellowships, internships, and even to get to the opportunities in some of the private firms or agencies or some of these companies, you have to have an MBA, so you have to do that next step. But there are a plethora of scholarships available to help fund your academic dreams and your professional dreams. In addition to that, because it is a higher education institution, there are millions and billions of dollars in grants. Pulling from that experience, especially as we are delving into this new realm of AI, this new realm of technology, critical thinking is imperative. It's a skill that you have to have. Also, with the advancement of technology, the achievement gap, especially as we're looking at the professional realm, is widening. And this is one of my areas of research, and I study at the highest level, at the doctorate level. Opportunities, and especially for financial and wealth and equity in the sense of finance, is so imbalance for marginalized groups. And so one way to build that generational wealth is going to college and furthering yourself in those professional realms and academic realms because of the achievement gap. I think it's important not to push narratives and notions of college is a waste of your time, because it all depends on your journey, your academic journey, and it's one of those things, what you put in is what you get out, but it's also based off the university that you go to, the amount of funding that the university has, the amount of partnerships. So if you are interested, you need to do your research and do the due diligence of finding what university is going to provide you with the best learning experiences aligned to your goals.
College is the biggest waste of time if you want to be an entrepreneur. Think about it. If you're a contractor, who do you think is going to get further along? The contractor that spent 4 years trying to learn about business, or the contractor who's 4 years in business and has actually learned all the lessons, learned all the sales, learned all the marketing, learned how to handle employees, learned how to handle customers? You can't learn any of that in a textbook. What do you think?
Day 2 of being jobless after my job let me go after 10 years, almost 10 years, excuse me. My eyes are puffy, I'm tired, I can't believe it's Friday, I'm not going to work. I pulled out my phone, I got an alert saying 27 minutes to work. Looked at the address I was looking at for almost 10 years. A little emotional today. But I'm taking my kids to school, my daughter to school, my son takes himself to school. He has a car. I have my laptop. My aunt and my mom are both looking over my resume. I'm calling unemployment today. I'm going to call the state, just in case if I don't get a job fast enough or there's some rolloverage. So I'm gonna be productive. I have to go to the YMCA because I have to sign up for the Y and cancel my Planet Fitness, because if I sign up with the Y, I get discounts for camp. for her, and because she used to come to work with me on days off, so I have to remember that when looking for a job, that cost. So I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna clean my house. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm supposed to get paid today. I'm still waiting for my paycheck, but I know it's a new system, so new owners. I'm hoping today will be better. If not, we have tomorrow.
2 days without a job. Wow. This is like, without a job. Wow. Being jobless for 2 days. Damn, dude. This blows. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted about me getting a new job. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. Who knows? I'm looking in few places and all, like where I put my heart to it and all. So, yeah, who knows? See what happens and all. So, yeah, because I am like a more reliable kind of person with Down syndrome and all, but I do understand what's going to happen and all, but it has to be done. Really. It just feels like I have my early retirement because I know I got terminated by my job by Home Depot. Man, I gotta say this, it's alright. I respect that and also, but hey, I had a great run. So, this is my journey to get a new job. It's okay. I got it. I got this, guys. I'll keep on fighting. Alright? I'll keep you guys posted about a new job. Alright? And I will tell you where I'm going to be end up working at. But it will definitely come. Who knows? Maybe my dream job I always wanted to do. So yes, I'll keep you guys posted. Much love. Hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday morning. Much love, guys. Stay blessed.
Going to college and university is a total scam, and if I could stand up on the podium in a high school and yell it to my younger self, I would. And let me tell you why. From the moment we were put in school, we were always told and persuaded that college and university was the way to be successful. More specifically, university. And by the time you get to that age in high school where you're deciding what you want to do for the rest of your life, which we are so young, we don't know what we want to do. We don't know who we are, what our passions are. We have no freaking clue. We just know that that's the right thing to do. So we pick a path, we invest so much time, so much money, thousands and thousands of dollars into something that we're not even sure we want to do for the rest of our lives. And then we graduate and we're stuck with all of this debt and a job that I'm sure 50% of us realized it was the wrong choice and we want to try something else or go into a different career path. Not to mention that these jobs are usually a 9-to-5 where you have to invest so much time in order to get a paycheck into that job. So after the last year of focusing on building a side business, I've realized just how easy it is to be just as successful, if not more successful, in a 9-to-5 without going to college or university. And to look back and think if I started this business 5 years ago, I could be so much farther and make so much more money than my 9-to-5 and not have the debt, because you can get certified in something with just a certificate online for a fraction of the price of college and university. A fraction. And then to think of our grandparents' generation, they didn't have to go to college or university to be successful. This is such a new phenomenon, and being taught in schools and pushed on younger kids, vulnerable kids, to do when all it does is put you in debt and takes away any chance of being your own entrepreneur or following a passion of your choosing. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it all. I mean, money is abundant, and if you provide a service and something that you're passionate about, then you can make it work and you can be extremely successful without going to college or university.